So place art. So this one. So creating a second layer here. Just bring it out here. And then lock this. So, I mean, you can do this bunch of different way. The first thing you probably would want is like some kind of a guideline. So to get the guideline, this ruler, it's Command R. So it's under, I hope it's under window, but it's Command R. So maybe it's view. Okay, here, rulers. So it's hide the rulers. So it's a Command R. So you can just bring it, like drag it down, like this, and then like that. So of course, my sketch is not perfect, but you can kind of adjust as you go. Now, this, because we're on the layer 2 and it is red, so when I select it, it'll be highlighted. And this is the by default on. It's a light blue. This is the color that I set. It's under preferences and guide. Let's see, here you can set your own color, or let's see, they probably have so you can pick any color you want, and you could either do dots or lines, and then say okay. So here, so currently it's unselected, and selected you can move if you want. You can also lock it by, let's see, guides and lock guides. It's on the view. You can lock it, then you can't really select it. So when you trace something, like the letters, when the letter, the things would have to be the same height, it's convenient. And also, you can draw, let's say, any shape. Let's say if you want to use some kind of a box shape as your main height and width, then you can just draw one, and then say, you can say guides and make guides, Command 5, and it'll become a guide. Okay, so it's very convenient when you need to design letters or something. You can use this, and you can also unlock guides, and then again you can select it and then move it around, and then again lock Command, was it Command L, or no, that wasn't Command, I forgot what it was. Guides, lock guides, this one, Command Option and colon, like this. So, I mean, obviously we can do like really precisely. Now, let me just fill this thing, color, view, colors. So let's say if you're just working with the like rectangulars you're putting together, and you probably want to have the thickness, consistent thickness. And just so you know, let's say if this, I'm gonna rotate this, and then as I rotate, I'm gonna hold down Option to copy, and then hold down Shift to make it 90 degree. Okay, and then hit A to convert to the direct selection tool. And then let's say I am using the same thickness here for horizontal and vertical. Now the problem with it is, let me just zoom in a little bit here. So typically, so in this case it's kind of hard to tell, but typically when there are two same thickness, rectangulars. If you put it vertically elongated, then it looks thinner than the horizontal one. Since this is kind of narrow rectangular, it's kind of hard to see. But so the type designers typically, they will make this a little bit thinner than the vertical one. So it's a kind of a design is sort of not, it's a kind of visual thing. So sometimes you have to go by the eye and kind of adjust it. But we're not going to worry about that today. So let's say, oops. You have something like this, and then you copy it. And then this, I'm just gonna select only the anchor point, and then, so if I wanna do like consistent a difference, let's say if I wanna make it, let's say 10 point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's say it's a 10 cursor key, like it's a 10 point. So that you can set it, preferences, general. Here, keyboard increment, I just set it as 1 pixel or 1 point. So since I have inch as the overall unit, it just converts it. But this is where you change it. So if, let's say if you if you need to change like a 10 point, 10 pixel, you can change it and then use it. Let's see, I can try. So if you're doing a lot, so I'm just gonna hit one arrow key and it'll be like that. So it's kind of convenient in that sense. Moving the anchor point is just the arrow keys on the keyboard. Right, so it's general. So general preferences, keyboard increment. You can either set it 1 pixel or 10 pixel. You can do however you want. Okay, so let's say if I do 1 pixel, then I would have to just hit 10 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. But if I do 10 pixel, then if I just hit once, it'll just move 10 pixels by default. So it's convenient depending on the type of work you do. Okay, so I think my sketch, my sketch is sort of like this one. Is again like kind of wedged, so I can select only the point. Just select only you have to select this tool, direct selection tool, only this one, and then what was that? Did I set it 10 or 1? 1. Okay, 1. So now if you want to, let's say, move 10 pixels, you can hold down Shift and then hit once. Then that's another way to move 10 pixels. So that's that. So now we traced it, and we just want to make sure that it looks fine. So I could already see there are some like overlaps, and then I don't know if you can see it here. Like this thing doesn't align, doesn't end before the vertical line. So we might have to fix it. Now, if you you need to be sometimes like logo design or letter design, you have to be sometimes very precise about these things. So what you need to do is go to View and Outline. Okay, so here instead of you're looking at the artwork, you're looking at the outlines only. Again, like to toggle, just Command Y, Preview. So that's very important to remember. You have to toggle back and forth to view your artwork. So as you can see, it's by far like I'm off. That's not good, right? So we just fix that. So let's say if you have something like this, then you need to fix, then you can easily, move things. Again, like I'm not doing this precisely, so let's say Command Y, okay. Now it looks still here a little weird. Let me just go back and see. So maybe they weren't really drawn properly to begin with. So I'm holding down Shift time to time. So in this case, right? I think so. If I just move this thing over, then there's chance that I may not align the lines here. And if I move it here and then try to do it, then these two lines are not aligning. So what I can do is I can delete some of the lines and then connect them later. So that's what I can do. Let's see. So I can just delete this line. So this line only. So I'm again, like I'm using this direct selection tool. Delete this. And then maybe, hang on, oops, maybe delete this line. And then I can bring it over and connect later. Just join it. Command J and then join. So that's one way to do it. And let's say, so let's say hypothetically, just they look okay, and we just want to just make it as a one, shape. Then what you can do is go to Window and bring up the Pathfinder. Pathfinder is very, very convenient. I think when they first introduced this tool, it was really worthwhile, to pay for it. So this you can just select everything, and then you can. This is Unite, so you can just click on it, and in one click it will do just automatically join everything and mix. And right, so let's go over. Where's the merge? I don't know. Let's try it. So these tools, right? They're more. You can see the difference better if they're in a different color, like this. So let's just merge. Let's merge. Let's see. So it merges very, very interestingly. I'm not quite sure what it did. Okay, let me just take it apart. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like it's whatever was on the top. Just kind of sort of like observe what's on the bottom. Seems like, right? Does that make sense? Yeah, it looks like it. So our shape was like this. So look, this blue part will be gone if we just merge it. So like this. Okay. So let's just say unite. Oh, sorry. Let's say unite. So that's one shape. And just to double check, you can view it. Again, like this, we kind of knew about this, so we can fix it. Let's see. We can delete this. So it'll delete the entire top line, and then we'll just rejoin these two because we know that they are aligning by the ruler. So we hit Command J to join. By the way, the Command J was, let's see, what was that? Object, right? Path and join, Command J. Okay. So I'm not going to go over all the Pathfinder. You can just kind of draw different shapes and make sure I have it in different colors so you can see the result more, easily. So try those. Pathfinder is under Window and here. It's very, very convenient. While we're at it, there's a line that we went over last class. So you can use this if you have multiple objects. Like, when we had a different rectangular shape, I think we could have used a line just to make it, just align better. You can use the line tool. Sometimes they don't work as you want, you intended. So sometimes you would have to double check. It's not quite center sometimes, so you would have to double check. But most time it does a pretty good job. Distribute is just kind of distributing objects with the same spacing. So we have one letter done. Let me just. By the way, even like let's say if you have an image, then if you do preview outline, then the image won't be shown. So it's just it'll just show artwork, and the image where the image is will be shown as just a box